All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to Promotech. Thanks for tuning in. Apple just quietly changed the direction of the iPhone in a way most people won't notice at first, but it has real long-term consequences. The iPhone 18 Pro isn't about flashy upgrades. It's about control, cost, and positioning itself for a very different future. Let's dive right into the video. So yeah, everyone's talking about the variable aperture, and sure, it's a big deal. Mechanical blades inside a phone is wild, especially for Apple. But here's the part that actually matters. This isn't about giving you DSLR-level control. It's about Apple deciding whether you ever see that control. Because if this ends up fully automated with computational tuning, most people won't even realize they're using a completely different camera system compared to older iPhones. That's the real shift. Hardware complexity hidden behind simplicity. And if you look at how Samsung and Google handled similar ideas, Apple's been watching, waiting, and now refining. Now stack that against the chip, because this is where things get uncomfortable. The A20 Pro built on 2 nanometers by TSMC is not just faster, it's significantly more expensive to produce. We're talking up to 50% higher cost. And yet, according to Ming-Chi Kuo, Apple might not raise prices. That sounds great on the surface, but think about what that implies. Apple is absorbing cost now, which usually means they're planning to make it back somewhere else later. Services, ecosystem lock-in, or future pricing shifts. This isn't generosity, it's strategy. And this connects directly to something people are barely discussing, the modem change. Moving away from Qualcomm to Apple's own C2 modem isn't just about performance. It's about control, full vertical integration. The same philosophy that made MacBooks so efficient is now coming to iPhone, and that means tighter optimization, but also less flexibility long-term. You're getting a smoother experience, but you're also getting deeper into Apple's ecosystem, whether you realize it or not. Quick side note, this is exactly why tools like Walverse or Wolver have been blowing up lately. People are starting to track what companies are really doing behind the scenes, pricing, supply chain, feature trade-offs, not just what's shown on stage. It's less about specs, more about patterns. Now here's where things get even more interesting. The smaller dynamic island isn't just a design tweak. Shrinking it by around 35% signals Apple is slowly transitioning toward a full under-display system, but not rushing it. That tells you Apple is prioritizing consistency over being first. They'd rather be late and polished than early and flawed, and honestly, that's very on-brand. And then there's the part nobody expected. This phone might not even be the main character. According to Mark Gurman, the spotlight is shifting to Apple's first foldable, which means the iPhone 18 Pro Max, with all these upgrades, could actually feel like the safe option. That's a weird position for a Pro iPhone to be in. Not the star, but the fallback. And that changes how you should look at this upgrade. Because suddenly it's not just, is this better than last year? It's, is this the version of the future I want? Or do I wait for something riskier, but more exciting? Before we go further, quick note, over 70% of you watching right now aren't subscribed. And honestly, that's fine. But if you're into breaking down tech like this, beyond the surface, understanding what companies are really doing, then you're exactly the kind of person this community is built for. So now we're at a weird crossroads. A more advanced camera that might feel invisible, a more powerful chip that might cost Apple more than you, and a design that's evolving but not leading the conversation anymore. And the real question isn't whether the iPhone 18 Pro is good. It's whether being this safe, refined choice is enough. In the same year, Apple is trying something completely different. Take care and stay safe. I'll see you in the next one soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.